Yo!
We back with another episode of
Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Radio.
I have to fix my hat for a second, y'all. I got all these tags on it. I don't like that.
It's 800 degrees outside. Summer
Yo,
figured.
wasn't it just like a, what they call that shit? A heat wave? Did we have like 90 degrees?
Yeah,
days?
it's a heat wave. Someone figured it'd kick us in the ass one last time before it leaves.
Yeah, we had like a mini heat wave, man. It's crazy.
It's hot.
Hot. I'm feeling hot. I'm still celebrating from Labor Day weekend, bro.
Okay. How was your Labor Day weekend?
I was with you.
No, you was with me on Labor Day. I said Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it was busy, man. Miles Brando nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, you know.
It's got crazy. Miles, what up?
Yeah, we was outside doing shit for Miles. He was performing all over the fucking city.
Well, that's a great thing. I mean, these days, being outside is an accomplishment because everyone feels that they need to tell you, hey, I'm outside.
Yeah, but I don't be feeling like I want to be outside, bro. Like, I'm cool with being in the house, you know what I'm saying?
So am I.
I'm cool with being home, but I'm grateful that we outside, though, because, you know, that's just getting to what we got to get to. But, yeah.
Better to be busy than not busy.
Yeah, you're right. But I like being not busy because I don't want to be busy.
I'd rather be busy, bro.
No, I'd rather be busy. But you know when you just want to chill, I like just chilling sometimes too.
I do too, but I love working on whatever my passion is.
Yeah,
you know, well, I don't like being busy working for someone else. You know what I mean?
Definitely that.
I don't mind being busy working for myself, man.
Definitely that. But the holiday weekend was good. The festive. It was hot when we was outside. When that was Monday.
It was hot on Labor Day. Shout out to Wood Steezy for having us on the Woodstack float.
Yes, shout out to Kenny and Andy and Tico and the whole gang and Dex and everybody. We appreciate y'all. They had us on the float. They had Miles Brando on the float. We got to play the record for the people. And, you know, quite a few people were singing along with the record. So that was kind of cool to see that, too, the reaction of the people. So, yeah, man, shout out to everybody. We 1.3 million on Spotify.
Holla.
We just started hitting Apple. Like, Apple wasn't, like, we wasn't getting no traction. So we a couple 100,000 on Apple now. And this went on like 9 or 10 new playlists. I don't know, Bruce Wayne here, so he been staying with me. He need to go back to L.A.
Not Batman.
But he acting like he don't hear us. He always acting like he doing something, like he important. That nigga ain't important, bro.
He's like George when George worked for the Yankees. I don't know if y'all watch Seinfeld, and every time they walked in George's office, George was like, yo.
And Bruce don't be doing shit. He'll be doing shit. He fake workout every day.
Vandelay Industries. Art Vandelay.
Who's that? Oh, Tico. Yeah, we just shouted Tico out, but punk ass Tico back in the building right now. Yeah, he was a Labor Day whore. All Labor Day. That's what he does is drink and get laid by all kind of Labor Day women. He let any man grind on him outside on Labor Day. Shout out to my man Tico.
I have nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing.
Tico, he be outside getting it in on Labor Day, bro. Like Tico takes the rest of the week off. Like he take 4 or 5 days off for Labor Day all the time.
But you know what? It's part of his culture. You understand what I'm saying? So.
I used to go to parade all the time. I just got too grown for that. I couldn't do it no more, bro. And I know I'm changing. Was it me or it was just me or was you too? I saw all these nice women out there. Labor Day, all the ass come out. Let me just put it like it was so much ass out there, but I didn't really care.
A king without discipline is nothing but a weak man with luxuries.
Oh my God, here this nigga go. I didn't ask you to get
philosophical or whatever. I'm not getting philosophical. I'm not getting philosophical. I'm speaking truth. I mean,
shut the fuck
up. When you're in your 40s, if you're still turned on by women walking by in thongs the way that you were in your 20s, then something's wrong.
Cause them little kids was going ape shit. They was daggering all kind of shit on the pump wheels. I was like, yo, what's happening here, bro? But then I had to think back to when I was young and we was jumping on the girls and the girls just throwing it back on us. But, you know, it's just wild like you see it now. I'm like,
it's the beauty of maturity, bro.
I didn't feel anything, not anything. I didn't even try to holler at no woman Labor Day that day. I didn't feel for it.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Whatever, man. I don't like talking to this guy, man. He really gets on my nerves, man. But we're going to jump into our show anyway. Happy Labor Day to all the Caribbean people out there.
And happy Labor Day to all the non-Caribbean people, because there'd be a lot of non-Caribbean people on the Parkway as well.
They definitely out there. But yeah, my family's from Jamaica and Cuba, and Moe's from Haiti himself over here. So yeah, shout out to all the Caribbean people, man. Caribbean people really do hold New York City down. I think like this, we got to be half Caribbean, New York City, like probably. Yeah, New York City's probably like half Caribbean, half American. So, yeah, shout out to all the Americans and the Caribbean people for this Labor Day past weekend, man. It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend.
We had fun.
Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, we had good fun. Oh, yeah, I was with Suave, too. Suave always acting like he doing work. What's up, Suave?
Swizzle!
First time this nigga didn't bring no company, because every week he got company here. Every week he got a couple off-brand niggas in here. I don't know what he be doing, bro. Suave different out here. Oh, you know what else we did for Labor Day?
What did we do for Labor Day?
Took the train. I ain't take the train.
Oh,
three
yeah?
train.
You took the train?
Yeah, I was on the 3 train. That was really fun.
On Labor Day, I double parked my car.
Yo, that was
and I
the
left.
dumbest shit.
That was the
like
dumbest
3
shit.
hours.
Bro, it's Labor Day.
Yo,
It's Labor Day. I double parked my car,
He
went to the
walked
float.
And he walked over and said, "I double parked my car." I said, "For 3 hours? Like, what are you doing, bro?"
It is what it is. It's Labor Day, bro. Ain't
Car
nothing
was
going
still
on.
there, right?
Hell yeah, it was still there.
Y'all good shit. So we're gonna get into the show real quick. Get into the show. Want to give a RIP to Bob Barker, and some of y'all may
Come
not
on down.
may not come on down. Where you want him to come on down? Where?
Listen, that's what he used to say on Price is Right.
I thought you were talking about the hot place, but
No,
anyway.
bro.
All right, just making sure. Shout out to Bob Barker. The reason why I'm shouting out Bob Barker because it was the Price is Right, Family Feud.
Let's make a deal.
And let's make a deal.
That's bro. That's how. Whenever you
stayed home.
from school, that's what I remember.
Remember, and we had to watch that show, bro. I've always wanted to go on the Price is Right, bro. I always wanted to spin the big wheel. I always wanted to like. I always wanted to spin that wheel. So never got a chance to go on Price is Right. I always wanted to play Plinko. You know when you used to put
when it go.
And I used to hate that people could never guess the price of shit. Maybe because my mother had me in the supermarket all the time. I knew the price of everything. But yeah, man, Price is Right. Shout out to Bob Barker, man. But he lived a long life. I think he was like 99, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, God, if you ever get me to 99 healthy, can you just please just give me one more year to 100? Like, just even it off, right?
I don't know if I want to live to 100.
No, I'm saying if I'm healthy.
I'd be grateful for it.
Yeah, I'd be grateful. Healthy. You know what I'm saying? Last time I seen Bob, he looked all right.
Because I'd feel like, I'm being selfish. So many people die in their 50s and 60s. Why I need 100?
Oh,
Give an
come
extra
on,
10
stop.
years to one of
Bro,
the people that died at
that's
50,
like-
60, and let them live till 70.
Let him say that when somebody give him $100 million. So many people have no money.
Yeah,
I don't need $1 million.
I'd be
They have-
fine. I'd be fine.
Yo, you crazy, man.
900 grand a mil, what's the difference? Give somebody who ain't got it 100 grand. I'll
I
take
hear you.
900.
Well,
It is
I'll
what
take it,
is.
bro. I don't know what he talking about. Mo always be coming up with some extra shit, bro.
Listen,
Extraness.
Yogi Bear is not your average bear, bro.
Yo, I ain't got time for this nigga today, bro.
Yogi Bear is smarter than the average bear.
Yo, I do want to talk about something crazy though. I saw. I just had to get into
Tell me, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo. Yo, something really crazy though. This is Gen G. How do you call them?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
I can't even
Generation
say.
Z.
Okay, Generation Z. There you go. Yo, what the is going on with y'all, bro? I seen this new thing that the ladies are doing in Generation Z. It's called free bleeding.
Free bleeding.
Is that a thing, Swaff? Is that real? They say women are no longer wearing they tampons and they pads anymore. They just letting the free bleed.
So
where does
they just bleed on the ground?
in their pants? It has to be.
They can't be on their pants. So they just wear a skirt and just let it bleed.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy and disgusting. I don't know.
I don't know if it's disgusting. I mean,
What?
I don't know if it's disgusting.
To follow the drip, like you can find somebody.
No, just understand what I'm saying. It's natural body functions. Is it something that I want to see? No. But I don't know if I'd consider it disgusting.
That's disgusting, bro.
Okay. I mean, listen, in relation to etiquette, right? It's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate. Disgusting, whatever.
It's disgusting. Ladies, please wear your pads and your tampons or whatever you got to do, or stay home when you have it. If you want to do free bleeding, everybody else should be subject to that. I don't know what's going on with the younger population.
I definitely don't think, I'm not an advocate of free bleeding. But
I don't know about that. I just I see the article. I'm like, free bleeding? What is free bleeding? What is this? Like, I always try to find something new. If it's not broke, don't fix it, bro. You know,
some people say if it ain't broke, break it.
Listen, I can't tell you how tampons or pads feel. I don't know if it's uncomfortable or not. I don't know, but I don't think you should just be free bleeding.
Because we don't make it better until it's broken. If it never breaks, then it'll never be improved.
Anyway, in other news, now they're saying that paper straws have a forever toxin inside of the paper straw. That is basically a toxin that can sustain your body forever and not go away and causes cancer leading.
You're talking about the phthalates because they're plastic?
No, paper straws.
Oh, paper straws. I hate those paper straws, by the way.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about the paper straw, I don't understand why we got the paper straw and you got a plastic cup. It's more plastic than you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But, you know, they're trying to save the fish in the ocean, but you're going to kill off all the human beings because now the straw has all kind of toxins inside of it. So we have to be careful, I guess, with the paper straws now, folks. And I hate the paper straws, like you said, because every time I have my juice and I leave it too long, now you're sucking paper. So I guess, yeah, you definitely going to get
ingesting the toxins.
You definitely going to get some forever toxins.
It's all part of the plan. You think this is coincidence? I think not.
I don't know. But I was watching something funny, man, and I just want to talk about it because I saw my boy Kevin Hart the other day, and he was talking about, you know, he had a race. I don't know if you saw the race. He was racing against this linebacker, I guess an old running back, linebacker, and he lost the race. You know, they was racing in the middle of the street. You know, those things that we do like at the barbecue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to race you. And he lost the race. But the next day was so funny. He put the camera to his face, and all of a sudden you see Kevin, he's in a wheelchair. He was talking about that he like pulled some abdominal muscles and something happened with his leg and all this. And people was like, yo, I thought you was in shape, you work out. And he was like, yeah, I work out, but I don't get up and just sprint every day for no reason, you know what I'm saying? And it's different after 40. And I think I said this before on the show, man, when we just men, after 40, man, like I tell people, man, our bodies don't bounce back as fast, bro.
They don't, but I will also say, as far as the sprinting thing is concerned, like you could work out every single day, right? Sprinting is something totally different because you use muscles in your body when you sprint that you don't use during regular exercise, jogging or whatever. That's why you burn more calories through sprinting than you do through jogging. But I agree though, you know, you get older, your body's not the same, and be careful.
Yeah, we should definitely be careful about just how we do things after 40, man. I take my time, bro, because I'm trying to have this sexy body to 100. So
yeah, I mean, you think about it, man. You know, when you were in your teens, you'd go to the park and play basketball literally from like 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. Try that now. Play one game of ball and you'll be winded. You know, it's just so crazy. But the body ages, the body changes.
So, quick question for you. Mm-hmm. Before I go back into my topics. I think this is a two-part question. Do you feel like if your ex gifted you a gift and your new girl's uncomfortable with that gift that she gifted you, should you give that gift up?
I think it all depends. I think for one, when we say gift, like what are we talking about? Is it something that I need, right? Also, as well, is it something that I can't replace? Right? And when I say can't replace, is it something that it would cost me a whole lot to replace? For instance, let's turn the tables. If my current girlfriend has, let's say a piece of jewelry, right, that she really likes, a very expensive piece of jewelry, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want her wearing that anymore. I don't know if I could just, yes, I could say, you know, that makes me uncomfortable, but the choice is up to her, whether she wants to act on it or not. But for me, I think I would just pretty much be like, look, I bought you something to replace it. I'm not comfortable with it anymore. Wear this instead.
So wait a minute. The question I asked you, now she telling you got an expensive piece of jewelry, and she like, matter of fact, your ex-girlfriend bought you a car, right? She gave you a car. Y'all no longer together. You still got the car. Your new girl's like, yo, I don't want to drive in a woman car that bought you a car.
Then don't get in the car.
Why you just trade the car and get a new car?
I mean, yeah, okay, if I could trade the car in and get a new car. But I'm just saying, like, in a situation like that, it's not that simple. Like, that's a whole process you got to go through.
I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know if I would really care, because I bought so many girls gifts in the day, back in the days, bags, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a damn.
I wouldn't care. Like I don't ask. I never asked the woman, yo, who gave you that?
Exactly.
Now I think the uncomfortability. I think what people should check it out. Why you know that person gave that person that in the first place?
No, I think through conversation, people reveal certain things to their partner.
Nah, man, I don't.
You know, I've been in relationships where
I think it's kind of tacky to talk about the next person what they bought for you.
Not necessarily. You know, certain things come up in conversation. You have to understand that when you're in a relationship, man, everything comes out, right? Some way, somehow. You know, just in general conversation, it's not even that person just informs you of this. Like, y'all have so much conversation, man, about the past,
but sometimes
y'all talk about past relationships, all types of things.
I hear you, but sometimes I be feeling like, I don't really care about your last nigga. I don't need to hear about him. Or some women don't be wanting to hear about him. If I bring up a past girls be like, I don't want the next. I don't hear. Like, so why are we even talking about it? So my thing, if you don't even want to hear about that type of stuff, I can't see myself going, yeah, my last girl, she bought me X, Y, and Z. Why? It doesn't matter.
But I don't think that's how it comes out. I think, you know, I think it once again, you and somebody in a relationship, y'all have so much conversation. Y'all speak to each other about how y'all grew up. Y'all speak about the past. Y'all speak about so much that information just comes out. It's not, you just find yourself, you never been in a conversation with a woman you're dealing with, and the conversation just leads to somewhere that you didn't even want to really bring it up, but you're not going to withhold it. Now you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. I'm just saying, I just feel like the conversation probably shouldn't have came up in the first place. And this way, that person don't have any feelings, and they can't tell you to get rid of your shit. So we ain't having no conversation about it. So I'm just leaving that alone. But the better question is, I guess we're going to stay on relationships for a second. Do you feel like nice guys finish last or nice people finish last? How do you feel about that?
I think that the only time it pays to be nice to a woman is when she already likes you. I feel like women don't give a damn how nice you are if they don't like you.
Oh, I totally agree. You could be the nicest person on the planet. She don't want you. She just don't want you.
Yeah.
It don't matter how nice you gonna be, what you gonna do. But I had like, you know, I was reading something the other day. It was like a scripture, and it talked about being kind. And I said to myself, there's a difference between nice and kind, right? I think nice is the action, but kind is who you are as a person, right? Like that's just who you are innately. And I think if you're a kind person and that person just happens, I don't think you're trying to be nice, you're just being kind. That's just your nature.
That's your nature.
So you're gonna be who you're gonna be, right? So that person's gonna have to receive it or not. But I do also feel like sometimes when you overly nice, especially the people that don't fuck with you that way,
yeah,
you will feel like you finished.
I agree, because I think some kind people are not nice.
True.
You don't have to be nice to be kind.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? But you have to be kind to be nice.
No, I agree with that. I definitely. Do you have to be kind to be nice?
Yeah.
You have to be kind
to be nice, but you don't have to be nice to be kind.
I gotta think about that. It could be. I don't know. It sounds good right now to me. But I go home, my break with the computer.
Because yes, he will call me 4 days from now, like, no, you were wrong. You were wrong.
Yo, that didn't make no sense, bro. That didn't make no sense. I ain't see Suave take one picture. I don't know what he doing on that computer. He ain't doing his job, though. I know that. I know he ain't doing his job. I know the fuck that. Suave, why you ignoring me, bro? I'm about to throw something at you. Anyway, but yeah. I have no idea. America, please watch out. They saying COVID is now going up by 55%, And some
First
jobs.
of all, don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years.
Oh shit. Well, it's rules to this shit. It made me an animal.
There you go.
It is rules to this shit. That's why I said it. Because some companies are now going in and starting to give people back, make them work back at home. And some companies are now saying that if you have COVID or you test positive for COVID, they bringing back the 5-day rule in some cases. So I don't know. I think they setting it up for the big comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Part 2.
Part 2, man. Listen, I just hope they bring back the PPP loan.
Cause I'm getting mine this go around.
Yeah, we all getting ours this go around. I think we all set up for it, B.
For
So
real, like
yeah, I don't know what the.
I ain't messing with it the first time around. I ain't missing it the second time. I seen dudes was getting 3 years for $22 million. I'll take 3 years for 22 mil, bro.
Mo said, yo, give me that 22 mil. And then we had to pay back 10% in restitution. Yo, that shit was crazy, man. So yeah, be careful. Because I at least know about 5 people that got COVID right now. Like, you know, in the last couple of weeks they had COVID. But I think COVID different this time around, though. I think
COVID comes, COVID goes,
it's like
bro.
a cold now, man. You catch it and you be all right, man. Yeah, we was
listen,
in the car.
the kill rate of COVID, even back during the pandemic, was below 1%, bro.
Yo, listen. The nigga, we was outside the other day, me and Wayne. So this dude was walking over to the car. That nigga coughed. The nigga ran from the car and ran the other side of the car. He's like, yo, he coughed real quick. But he was dead serious.
Are we back to that?
Yo.
You couldn't even cough in public.
Yeah, you couldn't even cough around people. That nigga ran to the other side of the car to speak because
I remember I almost died one time. I was in a goddamn supermarket. I had to cough. I'm holding it in. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want these people looking at me crazy, bro. Like, for real. Couldn't even cough in public.
Yo, Spark, can I ask you what you doing over there on that computer, bro?
It's a camera.
My nigga, you don't edit episodes here, bro.
Computers computing.
This is a different job, bro.
It's a Camverse. Computers computing.
I don't know what Suave doing. Suave doing. Yo, can we get a new Suave, man? Anybody, any cameraman is out there, editors out there? Cause we need a new Suave, B. We need a new Suave.
Yo, leave Suave alone, bro.
This nigga bringing his personal shit in here to work. He didn't do Suave, B. He's not so suave, bro. That's what, I don't even know why they named you that shit. Cause you're not suave at all, B. Suave mean like smooth, right?
Were you born this way or did it take many years of practice?
Yo, nah, he a little bit rough around the edges, son. His name should be like Ruffian or something, like not suave. Like this nigga different. Yo, crazy shit. Well, I think it's crazy. Do you see the story with the woman who was breastfeeding her husband 3 times a day because she said her breast was lactating and she didn't want to use the breast milk because it felt unnatural? So she breastfed this grown man.
It wasn't that he liked the breast milk. And listen, what you do.
She could have put it in a bottle for this nigga.
What you do in the privacy of your own home is
it wasn't privacy because they brought it to work.
This is what I don't understand. Why do people feel like everything needs to be on social media, bro? Everything doesn't need to be presented to the world. Because to be honest with you, all of these things, I believe, were taking place way before social media. But it's just that people were not bringing it to our doorstep. You weren't opening your door and finding a grown-ass man sucking on a woman, breastfeeding on a woman's breast on your doorstep. You know what I mean? But these days, you wake up, turn on your phone, and that's what's right on your doorstep.
Yeah, I don't understand it, bro.
To each his or her own.
I'm not saying you can't drink breast milk, because we drink, people, well, I don't drink cow's milk. People drink cow's milk. So why could you drink breast milk? Like, but why do you, like, how you go back to work? like, I'm gonna look at you crazy, man. You come back in the work. Yeah, man, listen. And then she putting this shit on front. How she go back to work? Well, that's the girl that let her man drink the breast milk out of her titty every day. That's crazy.
Listen, some say tomato, some say tomato, bro.
This is her husband. They could do what they want in their home, but I didn't think that had to be shared with everybody. I didn't need to know this nigga smelling like oh well, it's not smelling like breast lack.
There you go.
When he come outside, I don't know, but you know it is what it is.
One life to live. Knock yourself out, kid.
Knock yourself out. Quick question, back to the relationship questions. Now, ladies, this is for the ladies and the gentlemen, I guess. Football season is upon us. As right now as we speak, the game is on behind us. And I'm so happy that football is back. I love sports. It gives me something to do on my weekends and look forward to wake up in the morning to watch talk shows about sports. So I don't care. Mo don't have a sport bone in his body.
Nope.
He's just not a man. But listen, it's all about that. But and the reason why I go to sports, so ladies, I'm gonna give this question to you, but I'm asking this question to Mo from the man's point of view. So you got a couple of dudes over. It's Sunday. You watching Sunday football, wifey in the crib. Do you think it's cool for wifey to chill with you and your boys? Or ladies, it's girls' night? Do you think it's cool for hubby to chill with you and your girls in your house in the living room? Now, should that person leave the house, go to the next room, or it's cool they can stay?
I will take a page from God Bless the Dead, my daughter's mom's. Anytime I had company over, she would leave. She'd go to the bedroom, watch TV in the bedroom or whatever, and she always used to say that her parents were together for 48 years, and one thing her mother's always taught her, it's not a woman's place to be in the room when men are speaking. It just is what it is. It's just part of respect. That's how she saw it. And I can honestly say that any time she had her sisters over or she had female friends over, bruh, I gave them their space. Like, I didn't see any reason for me to be there. Like, it was like they're doing their thing, let them do their thing. I just think it's a respect thing. Like, you know, just because you cohabitate, just because you two are together, you coexist, doesn't necessarily, everything isn't for everybody.
No, I totally agree. What I would say is, I think, you know, it's cool to come and say hi.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And be courteous and come through and be hospitable and say hi. If the ladies, they need you to go outside to buy something.
Yeah, babe, you need me, I'm in the bedroom.
You go outside, pick up something for the crib. But to sit amongst your lady and her friends, that's a recipe for disaster, could be. I'm not saying
because the questions start.
Questions. Somebody might say something, look at you, so you don't want that. Listen, and for the men, you know, I think your wifey should come in the room and acknowledge everybody, acknowledge and say hello to the fellas, and go about her business. If she going back to the room or whatever case may be, I don't think it's the place for. Unless there's other women in the house, like
it's different if it's a get together or something. Yeah. You understand where?
But if you got your boys,
if your boys are there and her female friends are there and y'all are commingling, that's a different story. I just believe that in order for there to be a successful relationship, there has to be a healthy amount of space, man, as well. You know, you don't want to suffocate people.
And wifey can't come walking around with no skimpy shit on either. You can't have no, because some people, it's my house, I got to be comfortable, type shit. I'm not changing. No, nigga, you gonna change your clothes.
She should know that.
Yeah. No, but you be surprised how many people have to be taught this. Or your nigga shouldn't be walking out the room with a shirt off. Or he got the loose sweatpants off in the meat swinging.
I mean, the sweatpants. I never understood the gray sweatpants thing, bro. Like, sweatpants is sweatpants.
Yeah,
like,
but you can't have the meat swinging in front of your home, in front of your girls.
No, you don't want the meat swinging. Hell no. But
what are you talking about, bro?
I'm just saying that's something that
I see. They should be like, girl, I see what you working with.
That's something that a woman should learn. I mean, it's just like my daughter. Like, my daughter lives with me. My daughter run around the house in whatever when it's just me and her.
Yeah.
When me and her at the house.
Yeah, but somebody come and go put a bra on.
Bruh, if my daughter hears the doorbell ring or something, she's gonna go in the room and she's gonna change. You understand? Because she understands that when she's amongst her dad, you know what I mean? It's not the same as for her to frolic around other men.
No, I totally agree with you. So yeah, for me, I'm just not. I don't know, man. For me, yeah, you just gotta give wifey space. See if the girls need anything. If she need anything, go get it. And other than that, be there to say hello, and you could be there to say goodnight when everybody leaves.
Exactly.
And that's it. That's the end of that story. So that's just my opinion on that. I was talking to somebody, and they was telling me that their significant other, they always stick around when they have company and stuff like that. Maybe they're lonely. I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. In other hood news, though, there was a dare just chilling in the Bronx. I tell you, you can find anything in the Bronx, bro.
The BX is an alternate reality, bro. Yeah, no, seriously, the BX.
That's where Suave live at.
Shout out to my man Ace General, because he always got something to say about the Bronx.
Yeah, the Bronx is different. This shit was the crazy part. People gave it like some water to drink. It wasn't even moving. Like you see dares.
But it was like leashed. It was leashed to a parking meter. Like that was somebody's pet.
I ain't see the leash, bro. That's why I had water there. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was kind of suspect and bugged out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Wildlife in the jungle.
Now, I know we've been talking about relationships and stuff. This topic, I don't want us to stay 100 years on, because I know you already.
Sure, blame me.
I know you already.
Because I can't argue on my own. You know that, right?
No,
It takes two.
No, you
Because so
definitely
many
be sitting
times I say, bro, okay, we can agree to disagree, and you just continue.
No, you definitely be arguing on your own a lot.
Okay.
But anyway, I seen this the other day. It's a couple incidents I seen. So one incident was a young lady, she was walking to her car, and the gentleman must have asked her for her number. He followed her to her car. Looked like when she got to her car, he wanted to get in on the other side of her car. And he wouldn't just take no for an answer. And she was like, yo, go about your business. And then he started to tell her, like, yo, I'm not taking no until you, like, you got to erase that video. Get me off your video. And then he started calling all kind of names.
Oh, she was recording him?
Yeah, because she, like, making sure she was safe. Then she walked back into the store, like, I'm not even getting in there because I don't know what he's going to do. So what I will say, gentlemen, man, if a lady just tell you she don't want your number, she don't want to talk to you, a woman got once, maybe twice with me to tell me no. But most of the time, she tell me no, I'm out. Like, you know, especially in person. Maybe if I was talking over the phone or text and we kind of kick it and shit like that and we going back and forth a little, I tap in. But all that chasing you down, I don't know why would it work.
Maybe, consider me arrogant, but I'm not going to lie to you. Do you know what's my biggest turnoff?
What?
Someone not being attracted to me. Like, it automatically turns me off. And the reason being is because I could think that you're the most amazing person in the world, but you can't be that amazing if you don't realize I'm amazing. Like, that's the reality. You know what I mean?
And I get some dudes. I think it's the beratement that get me, like when dudes start cursing out chicks. Because there've been incidents I've seen and witnessed in my past, like you ask a woman for a number and she say no, you walk her down the block a little bit, and she's like, give me your phone, and she'll give you her number. So sometimes it do work when you keep, you know, persistent.
But I don't want a woman's number out of pity, though, bro. Like, just give me
But
your
some
phone.
people get relationships. My problem is the dude that start calling you bitch and want to fight you because you refuse to do it. Like, I don't understand that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm
There's
saying?
a difference between being persistent and harassing someone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Now,
being persistent isn't necessarily, even though these days it's a gray area, right? It all depends on how the woman feels. Because if the woman likes you, you're being persistent. Oh, he was persistent. That's cute. But if the woman doesn't like you, you're harassing me.
Yeah, and you gotta be able to feel that. That's like you gotta have the what you call that? What they call that in Star Wars again?
The Force?
You guys have the force to realize what's happening.
May the force be with
you, nigga. You better
Because
feel.
if the Force ain't with you, the cops will be.
You gotta be able to feel the Jedi force when it's not working out for you and it's back off. You know, there was an incident we spoke about a couple weeks ago where a man started threatening a woman because of it, and we was arguing back and forth. But she was going back and forth. She was going back and forth with him. I just say this too. Just as a man gotta be responsible, ladies, you can't turn around. I'm not saying you don't have the right to say that. Don't go back and forth and start arguing with a dude. Like, like you shouldn't be going back and forth.
Fuck you, you this, but that, you piece of shit.
Cause then he starts saying shit, and then y'all get into this altercation. I'm not saying he ain't wrong for just not leaving you alone, but when you start egging the conversation on with him, it's just a clusterfuck of just bad energy, bro.
I think it all boils down to what we were saying. You don't have to be nice, but be kind. It's that simple. If that person's interested, you don't have to give them the attitude. You don't have to be like, oh, get the fuck, I'm good. Like, yo, look, I have a man, or no, thank you, I'm not interested. And you're absolutely right. Some men don't. Some men don't.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But in the end, yo, just be kind. It's that simple. And see, it's tough for women because sometimes being kind is interpreted as them being interested.
You
know?
so like you gotta have the force too, ladies. You gotta have the force.
You got to feel it out and play it right.
Yeah, and play it right.
The same way a man got to feel it out and play it right, I guess y'all got to feel it out and play it right.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel that a woman should be put in a situation where she's in danger simply because she rejects a man. Like, you know, that means that the dude is very insecure, man. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy world that we live in.
Well, talking about being in danger, there was a young lady who was struck with a brick for not speaking to a gentleman over the weekend. I don't know if it was over this weekend, but I seen it this weekend. And it was a bunch of dudes standing around. She's like, nobody gonna help me. He hit me with a brick. I didn't do anything to anybody. She went on social media, a couple, like maybe 3 or 4 posts in the hospital. When she came home, talking about the incident. And then a gentleman that was there said, look, man, this lady was, she's always like harassing people, slapping people on the internet.
She slapped him and then she twerked.
Oh, yes, I saw the video of that.
And listen, at first I was like, wait, is this the same incident? Because a lot of people were saying, no, that wasn't. But I'm not going to lie to you. When I looked at both videos, she did have on the exact same clothes. She had on the exact same jewelry. And when I looked at the background was very similar. Like it was like in the exact same place. So I don't know if that man that she slapped, if he's the one that hit her with the brick, or I don't know if that was a skit. I don't know what it was. But
and the guy came out basically saying, like, why would I help somebody who always egging on people? Because people was getting on some of the guys for not helping. I read a lot of the comments. A lot of women was like, yo, you still should have helped her. Nobody should be hit with a brick. Then I read an interesting one. A woman who was a mother wrote, she said, my son and I was out and we saw a guy beating up a girl, hitting a girl. And when he saw the guy hitting the girl, he went to go jump in. She said, I grabbed my son. And she said, the reason why I grabbed my son, because before that guy hit the girl, I guess her son was in a restaurant, and when he walked out, she said the guy had hit her, the girl had hit the guy several times before the guy even struck her back. And then she was like, she didn't want her son to get involved because she didn't want her son to lose his life or that girl get back with that guy after that. And I was like, I don't even know what to say no more about these type of incidents, bro. Like, because I could see a mother going, nah, you're not doing that.
see, and this is,
I don't know.
And this is why this thing is so gray area, right? Because once again, if it was anyone that we cared for, we would hope that someone would help, right? But I will also say, like, going back to that situation, you know, I saw the other video where she slapped dude, right? And I still think the reaction is extreme. Even if she slapped the man, I still don't think that calls for you hitting in the face with a brick. You understand? Unfortunately, well, I'm not even gonna say unfortunately, but men, we have a responsibility in this world, right? We were born with balls, and there's a rent that we have to pay for possessing balls.
My balls live for free. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hear what you're saying, but all I'm telling you is there's a certain responsibility, man, that we go through this world with. And that responsibility means having the discipline to understand that we are stronger than the opposite sex. I will never tell a man not to defend himself. I don't think that a woman has the right to put her hands on a man. And even if you choose to retaliate, we need to also always keep in mind that we are the strongest sex. You understand? And you can severely hurt a woman. You know, a man can easily kill a woman, you know, with a blow. And I think that's something we should always keep in mind.
I just feel like anybody can kill anybody with any blow. So for me, I think nobody should be hitting anybody.
I just said that.
Yeah, I don't put no ownership on anyone. Cause I think when we start going, yo, men have the balls, we gotta wear a certain shield. No, women got a responsibility too. You can't go on hitting anyone. Like nobody should be hitting. Everybody should be protected.
Let me ask you a question.
There's no reason a woman should ever hit a man.
Let me ask you a question.
And there's no reason a man should ever hit a woman.
Let me ask you a question. If you have a 4-year-old child and you have a 6 or 7-year-old child, and that 4-year-old hits your 6 or 7-year-old, you expect your 6 or 7-year-old to have some type of discipline, right? Because it's like you bigger than him and you know that you're stronger than him.
No, that's where we differ at. Because what's gonna happen is if the 4-year-old hits the 7-year-old and the 7-year-old hits the 4-year-old back, I'm gonna tell the 4-year-old, listen, this is what happened when you hit somebody. And I'm gonna tell the 7-year-old, yo, be mindful, she's still 4. I'm gonna have a conversation with both.
Okay, but listen to what you just said. Be mindful because, listen.
Yeah, because that person can,
listen.
but the teaching goes in from the 4-year-old. There's a consequences to what you're gonna do.
I don't disagree with you, right? But
So
you're still
you're never gonna convince me
you're
of that.
still going to tell your 6 or 7-year-old you are bigger than him, right? Because the truth is, if your 6-year-old hits your 4-year-old with all their strength, bro, they can kill that child.
Yeah, but listen, I've seen.
All right, we don't. All right,
we're gonna disagree to disagree
we can
again.
agree to disagree.
Because I've seen a little kid, take a toy and hit an older kid. The older kid got stitches. So and you going, wait a minute. The 3-year-old just took the toy and swung it and hit the 7-year-old. Now the 7-year-old got stitches. What I'm saying to you is, I just think it's wrong how we teach people. If we teach people, everybody just need to keep their hands to themselves, we'll all be in a better place. And I think that's the better. I don't think whoever's strong or whoever this, we just got to keep our hand to ourselves. And ladies should feel safe around a man anytime, whether she wants him or don't want him, she should just feel safe, period. And a man should also feel like, guess what? I got let down today. There's another one to get tomorrow. That's it, and keep it pushing.
Listen, I totally agree with you. I just know that there's a point that I've gotten to in life where I matured to a point where it's like, if I know, it's like, to me, it's like you get no stripes for an easy kill, right? You get no stripes for hurting someone that you know that you can hurt. You understand? And in no way am I saying that this person has the right to hit you or this person has the right to disrespect you. But if someone hits me and I know, and this has happened to me many times in life, and it could be a dude, it could be whoever, like, where it's like, bruh, you know what I'll do to you, man? Just go. You understand what I'm saying? Because I prove absolutely nothing by hurting someone that I know I can hurt. You know, but once again, I'm not saying that a woman has the right to put her hands on a man. I'm just saying that being that the man is the stronger of the two, there is a bit of responsibility that we have as men to not defend ourselves, but to have discernment. That's all.
Yeah,
with great power comes great responsibility. That's the reality.
This nigga think he's Spider-Man. That's because that quote came from
Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker.
You see what has happened. His grandfather got clapped and died for that shit. But you know, listen, I just disagree. We just gotta be accountable for one another, and we gotta be protective of one another, and that's how we all will be safe. You know what I mean? When you start putting hierarchies on everybody and ownership, and then that's how you become with, like, you know, no equality for women because the men think now they stronger, they big and bad, and that shit leads to other shit.
That's a fact. Men are stronger than women.
I know, but it's just a gateway. It's a gateway to other shit. So
how is it a gateway when it's a fact?
Yo, listen, when you just kill the gateway and say everybody has to be responsible, everybody got to be responsible, bro.
But nowhere did I say everybody doesn't.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm going on to this one because you got to go somewhere, and I want to finish watching football because the game is on right there as we speak. And this, you know, I want to watch football. I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, this is crazy. I seen this girl this weekend. This was kind of crazy. And she was on the talk, so I don't know what podcast she was on. And she was saying basically she was with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend said something to her, get her upset. So what she did was call child services because his children live with him. And what she did was, like, put marks on them. I don't know how she put the marks on them, but put marks on them and made child services come in and take his kids away. And she said she was laughing. It's like, yo, he hurt my feelings. He shouldn't hurt my feelings. And he probably still dealing with child services to this day. I don't know. But I think she should have been put in jail immediately after that interview. They should find her if the story is true. If the story is true, they should find this woman and put in. And you can't be upset at people and then go do something to a person because somebody makes you upset or disagree or don't want you no more. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, well,
once again, we don't, you know, people don't really shed a light on it, but there's a double standard that exists between men and women, right? And this double standard has been existing, I mean, forever. So a woman breaks up with a man, he breaks her phone, or
that shouldn't happen either.
Listen to what I'm saying. He breaks her phone, or let's say he takes something of hers and he breaks it, right? He's insecure, he's this, he's that, he's controlling. But we see it all the time where man does something to a woman and she just takes it upon herself to destroy his possessions, whether it's burn his clothes, whether it's break the windows of his car, scratch his car up. No one ever, well, he deserved it. And that's always the outlook. You understand what I'm saying? And it's this double standard. And we all know that women are emotional creatures and they make emotional decisions. And when they're angry, they do stupid things. But just like everybody should keep their hands to themselves,
We should accept it according to you.
people need to
And just be stronger. We got more responsibility.
How is it stronger when when
I'm fucking with you, man. We got more responsibility, man.
we do?
I'm just saying,
we do,
just
we,
take it,
we
accept
do
it.
have more
Buy some more
responsibility,
shit.
but at the end of the day, no one owns no one. You understand? You could be in a relationship with someone. Guess what? They still have the right to wake up one morning and decide that they don't want to be there anymore because nobody owns anyone. You know what I mean? I could be with someone for 50 years. If I wake up one morning and decide I don't want to be there no more, I have that right, just as that person has that right. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't feel like I own this woman, or she shouldn't feel like that she owns me, like as if I do not have the right to walk away, because that's the one thing that we all have the right to do.
Listen, bro, I totally agree with you in that sense. Like I said, man, it just, she should go to jail.
I agree.
For a long time.
She should be brought up on fraud charges, because if you call 911 and you put in a phony complaint, they can lock you up for that.
Yeah, I hope they find out if the story's true. I don't know if she was playing or not, but if the story is true. They have a new law that might be coming. This is for all my gentlemen out here. New law, they thinking about putting into a couple of states right now. They want to be able to test, give men paternity tests before the child is born.
I agree.
Because
the statistics state that 1/3 of men who test their children for paternity are not the father.
Yeah.
In 1/3 of the cases. So
listen, I think it'd be great for child support purposes. I think it'd be great for unwanted kids. Also, I was talking.
I think it'd be great for accountability as far as women are concerned.
Yeah, I think also I was telling me and my daughter mother was talking yesterday, and she was saying to me like, yeah, if women basically if a man has a choice to go, it says like if a woman has a baby, and a woman goes he says he don't want to have the baby, he should have the choice to not be a part of the baby's life. Because she was like, a woman don't have to even tell you she's getting an abortion. So a man should be held to have a baby if
he should be able to opt out.
Opt out.
Because the truth is, a lot of time women have kids not because they want the baby, but because they want the man. And they use that, they weaponize it, as a way to keep themselves in that man's life. But if that man had the option, look, I'm opting out if you choose that. Because that's the one thing I don't understand. Why would you want to have a child for someone who does not want the child? It doesn't make sense.
You might want the child because you want the child.
See, but that
should be on you.
But do you go buy gas at the gas station if you don't have a car? You should want to bring a child into this world because you have the proper environment to raise them properly.
What I am gonna say is, if you implement a rule like that, far as the father being the father has to take a paternity test to make sure the kid is his before he signs the birth certificate. If there ever this rule wasn't a part of this, but if there ever becomes a rule like a man, if he opts out of being for the wanting the child, he don't have any rights to be in the child's life. I think you have a lot of babies a lot of unwanted pregnancies, or people wouldn't be getting pregnant just to get pregnant. I think you have a lot of people changing their mind, how they protect themselves.
I was just about to say, if the man had the opportunity to opt out, I think a lot of women wouldn't be so cavalier.
And men, I think on both sides, because now you have some type of equality again.
Not necessarily, because I do think that it would make. It's a catch-22, because on one hand I think it would make women not so cavalier and a lot more responsible, but it may make men a lot less responsible, because you have dudes that would just be running up and whatever.
Shoot the club up?
Yeah, shooting the club up, because it's like, right. I could just opt out if she get pregnant.
You're probably right. Another interesting story that I did find kind of interesting, it kind of caught my attention this week, is a therapist who reveals that she sleeps with
it's a she.
Yeah, it's a therapist. She sleeps with the relationship, sleep with her clients to repair their marriages and relationships. So if the therapist is saying now that a nigga should get some other pussy on the side to make things better, I was always doing the right thing.
I mean,
I'm just saying that, she's giving up the coochie to make the relationship better. She's just telling us that 2 cats is better than 1. Meow.
I mean, I would like to understand the process, you know.
I really didn't get into it. I just took that she giving them some box to sleep to make the relationship better. That all that just told me was that you need 2 coochies to make it better, B. That's it. That's all it told me. She says it's helping her helping repair marriages. Her stepping in as the other woman is helping repair marriages.
I need to understand
Listen, man.
this therapist. Like, how many people are you sleeping with?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
This is weird.
She out there giving it up. And she out there giving it up.
I don't have enough context to have an opinion on this.
So I got look. I didn't want the context. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't even look it up. I just heard she was sleeping with niggas, and I was like, oh, it takes 2 coochies to make it fix, make everything right. So it takes 2 coochies to make a thing go right. You know what I'm saying?
So I was Styles about to be the only man in marriage therapy that ain't married. He doesn't even have a spouse. Don't even got a partner. Just showed up by himself.
So yeah, so I can get some.
It's like I need therapy because I got an invisible wife.
Guess what? Therapists, what, they get in your brain and they give you brain. So it's all good, bro. So it's all good. It's all good, bro. I'm excited for that. Wait a minute, I just saw something too I want to just talk about real quick. Oh, talking about the therapist, before I even get to that, talking about the therapist, I did want to bring this up. So, that's something, just want to have some fun with that. But what do you feel like, what do you think, how can you repair a relationship that's damaged? It could be damaged from cheating, it could be damaged from trust, it could be damaged on spending. Do you think that when damage is created in a relationship, can they ever be repaired and moved on and and get better, or they just get worse? Do you think people heal from damage in a relationship?
I think that's on a case-by-case basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have a relationship that's damaged simply because over time 2 people drifted apart, I don't think that it's the same fix as if it's cheating or infidelity. You know what I mean? Because once that trust is broken, that's one of the hardest things. I think the trust is like, trust is something that once it's broken, I mean, it's like a bone. It's like anything in your body, right? Once a bone is broken, it'll heal, but it'll never be the exact same again. You know, I'm not saying that there aren't rare cases where people have found their way back to each other. But I think when it comes to infidelity, man, that's a hard thing. I mean, me, myself, you know, if I was in a relationship with a woman and she chose to give herself to another man, bruh, I don't have that in me.
Yeah, but I also know that sometimes certain things are broken and even come back, they even grow back stronger, right? So my thing is, I think when there's somebody you're in a relationship with somebody and it's a trust issue or infidelity issue, I think it takes both work from both parties, right? And when I mean both work, somebody has to, the person that did that, you know, the person that did the distrust or whatever behavior they performed, they have to make sure that person feels secure that they would never do that again and work towards that and building back up that trust. Whatever those things that you need to do, you have to do it. But also, the person who got violated has to be open to letting that person back in and getting that trust. Because if that person's not open to what that person is giving, if that person don't receive it, then it could never work. It's a give and take on both sides. They both have to work towards that. Yes, that person who did the damage have to repair the damage, but the person who got the damage done also got to go, all right, cool, I see what you're doing. I accept the work. And it takes time. I think any time can heal wounds, and you can even bounce back better because you might have a better understanding. Because sometimes a lot of things happen because people just don't have conversations. People just don't take the time out to talk, have conversations, and figure things out. So, yeah, I believe that's a possibility.
I do agree with you, but in the same breath, once again, I think it's on a case-by-case basis because we have to understand that so many people have trauma these days, right? You don't know if that person had trust issues because of whatever took place in their past. You don't know how something like that taking place could trigger that person, right? And one thing about the healing process is people heal, you know, but it's easy to open up old wounds. And sometimes when you open up those old wounds, they hurt even more than they did the first time.
I agree, but we also have to be responsible for our traumas, right? Like, I think for our past and our traumas. Like, a lot of times we can't bring back old shit from old past relationship into new ones. And I know it's easier to said than
Yeah,
done.
because we have no control over
We don't
that.
have no control, but we also have to be responsible for our shit. Like I can't go to a new job and be like, yo, I hated my old boss, so I just hate bosses here. I can't bring that in here.
Yeah.
So, but you can't always bring what you've been through to your past, because then how you expect to even have a healthy relationship? That means the relationship was doomed before the person even did what they did to you.
I hear where you're coming from, but this is the reason why when we enter relationships with people, we let them know about our past. We let them know about our traumas. We let them know about the things that we've been through, because the one thing about being in a relationship is you expect your partner to protect you, bro. You understand? So I don't expect you to hurt me the same way that I've been hurt in the past. Does it happen? Yes, it does happen. But what we would hope is that our partner would protect us and our partner would not stab us in the same old wound.
Yeah, but Mo, that's a lot to ask from a person, right? Because nobody is perfect. You, myself, the person, nobody is perfect, right? So, yeah, I can tell a person what I've been through, and they can know what I've been through. Doesn't mean that they won't make the same mistake or they won't, mess up somewhere. Relationships are ebbs and flows. They go up and down. So my thing is, certain things happen sometimes, and you have to be able to communicate through that and work through it. We all work in progress, and a relationship is a constant work in progress.
I agree, but I also believe that if I come into a relationship letting you know what is the thing in life that has hurt me the most, and you go and do that exact same thing, bro, it's hard for me to believe that you ever loved me. Like, and I get where yes, people are flawed. Yes, nobody's perfect, but, bro, if your leg is broken, right? I could be the clumsiest person in the world, but guess what, Styles? I'm gonna be careful around your leg because I know.
I hear you, but I know if you bump my leg, you didn't do it on purpose. It didn't really happen. Like, we gotta talk about it.
Yes, I didn't do it on purpose. But what if I kicked your leg?
That'd be like, no, Mo, why you kick my leg? You know my leg hurt.
Okay, but
and you could have did out of.
But what if I, bro? Listen,
So this is the thing. This is the point.
Wait. And this is the thing.
I got one point question.
And this is the thing with infidelity. Infidelity does not happen by accident.
Let me ask you a question.
Grown adults make choice. No, shit doesn't happen.
Shit happens.
Grown adults make choices.
Shit happens.
There is no heat of the moment.
No, heat of the moment happens.
Bruce, wait, hold on. I want to ask your take on it. Do you think that infidelity, someone cheating, is a choice? A grown adult, do you think it's
90% of the time, yeah.
not? It's a choice,
because you're giving in to something.
Exactly. I'm not saying that there isn't
And guess
temptation.
what? And guess what?
Giving in is a choice.
But giving in it's called discipline. Everybody ain't disciplined either.
But it's still a choice.
What I'm saying to you is, the problem what I got about hurt motherfuckers, not saying that I ain't hurt neither. But guess what? Just like you could have been hurt, that person could have been hurt and had their own issues. Now, your issues, because you hurt, don't succeed somebody else's shit. They might be going through their own type of shit. This person might came from a life of infidelity. And now you telling a person, because you fell in love with a person who has always been an infidel, right? Always been that way. Yo, don't ever hurt me because my last person cheated on me. Not knowing that this person probably been an infidel, or you do know.
No, not knowing.
Hold up. Oh, you could probably do know, because a lot of people know. A lot of women get with the dudes that, yo, he was knocking everybody off, right?
Now, wait.
Hold up, he was knocking everybody.
It's not about knocking. Now that's the thing. Look, I could give you that. If somebody enters a relationship with someone and they say, look, I've cheated in every last relationship that I've been in, right? And you choose to continue in a relationship. Now, but at the same time, nobody.
And I wasn't just talking about cheating. I don't know how we got on cheating, but I was just talking about
The
period.
reason I brought up infidelity is because to me, infidelity is one of the hardest things for people to get over.
I think it's more harder. We're gonna probably disagree. I think it's more harder for men to get over than women to get over. I think women could look past infidelity a lot of times harder than men.
No, I agree, but
men don't like nobody in their snatch, bro.
But I agree.
Niggas ain't having that.
I agree, but
I think we just built different.
I think one of the greatest pains in this world, bro, one of the things that hurt the absolute most is that person that you love giving themselves to someone else. That is one of the. I mean, and that's whether you're a man or a woman. Yes, women are able to deal with it more, and I think women deal with it more simply because of the way society has programmed all of us. You understand? As a man, you're kind of taught, we're kind of bred to believe that it's a jab at our manhood. You understand where I'm coming from? Whereas with a woman, once again, women choose, women pick, and men take what they're given. Like, that's what they always say. You understand? So the fact that your woman chose a man, chose another man, you understand where I'm coming from? It's hard to deal with.
Well, and so celebrity news, since we're talking about this topic, Young Blue and his wife. I don't know if you've seen that
I saw that whole debacle.
The whole debacle with Young Blue. I got some cash comments on there, because I know why Young Blue wanted Shorty. She stuck that long dragging tongue out her mouth, and he just thought about he was gonna get the best head of his life. He hit Shorty up, and told Shorty, "Yo, come on with us, good on his tour." And I was like, all right, cool. But then when Shorty came out with the video, it was so funny to me. And no disrespect to Shorty. Shorty was real cute in the face for me. Because she was like, yo, he didn't talk to me. He didn't touch me. He took me to the hotel. He even introduced me to his friend. He had me on a plane. He didn't say not one word to me on the plane. And I think this is what I think what happened. I think your boy Blue saw that girl in person, and she was so skinny as a toothpick when he met her. She had the long tongue, but the toothpick body. He was like, yo, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of just, he kind of like, yo, I changed my mind. And that happened. Since then, Blue has apologized to his wife. I think she'll forgive him because he never went through with nothing. Nothing never happened. And she admitted that nothing never happened. She was pissed that kind of nothing never happened. But I think Blue looked at that body and was like, nah, boy, this is a matchstick and I'm good. I ain't burning no bridge with my wife or matches.
I think this is the perfect example of where, men need to be mindful, right? Because what stuck out to me was like the last couple of messages that Shorty posted, right, where she was talking crazy to his wife and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Basically stating, oh yeah, and people told me that she posting stuff. I don't give a damn about you. As a man of a certain stature, bruh, your woman stands at that stature with you. And when you lower yourself to allow these people, and I'm not gonna say beneath you, I'm not saying that she's beneath him, but when you allow people access to you, you also, what you do now is you give them the right to address your woman a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing that I wasn't too fond of because, once again, like you said, Shorty probably came, he saw, and he's like, oh, this isn't even my speed. You understand? But by doing that, you've given her the right to address your woman like as if.
I don't know if you give anybody right, because I got a problem with that too. And my problem is, I don't understand, once again, for the life of me, I don't understand why would you even take to social media to even tell that story. I don't understand why would you even put yourself out there. She didn't get abused, she didn't get beat up. It was not like
You're
that.
acting like you don't know what days and times
No, I'm not saying that. I just never understood. Like, I'm never calling the next nigga and being like, yo, yeah, that's why your girl was blah, blah, blah. I'm going to social media. Or that girl, I'm not doing that. I don't know why. A lot of women do it. Some sucker niggas do it too. Some sucker niggas do it, but a lot of women do it. I don't know why you take to social media or want to go call the next chick. Like, why you want to call somebody? I don't understand that, bro. Why you want to look through your Instagram to find a girl on a social media site so you can contact her? Why you want to be investigated? I don't understand. Like, I don't got that type of energy, bro.
Yeah, but and I'm gonna tell you exactly why, because I'm sure her followers jumped up. We both know, like, it's a clout thing. But then again, like you said, but wait, listen, but like
the people that don't go.
But like you said in the last conversation, you don't know what that person been through, whatever. Okay, and it's the same way. Hey, maybe she needed to vent. Who knows? Is it something I agree with? Hell
I hear
no,
you, bro. I don't know why we take the social media. I don't even say we, because I ain't taking the social media to talk about no broad, no nigga. Like, I done had issues with people saying certain shit that was just left field. I don't gotta take the social media. I see you. We deal with that then, or we don't deal with it at all. Like, I'm not going to social media for you, bro. Like, I'm not going. I don't have that type of time, man. I'm not gonna go find your man and be like, yo, let me go on her man and go message her man. Like, I don't know why women feel the need to do that or feel the need to, and then they talk about women solidarity. Yeah, we gotta stick together. I hope you understand it. It ain't that deep to me. Like, that nigga's not that important. Like, he shouldn't be that important in your life, at least her life, to, you know what I'm saying? To warrant that type of behavior, man. So I don't really get that. Want to shout out Puff Daddy. Shout out to Puff, man. Puff did something I thought was commendable. Some people would say it was, a little too late, or some people would say it was just on time. He gave back all the artists their publishing that was on his former Bad Boy label. So people like Biggie Smalls, his estate got their publishing back, the Locks, the 112, Faith Evans. So shout out to Puff, man. He gave back the publishing, and now these people could probably take that publishing and go do a publishing deal or keep the money and just let it come in every quarter for you. So shout out to y'all. I know y'all gonna have fun with that publishing coming y'all way, and shout out to Puff for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm just trying to set this thing up real quick. But yeah, my take on it is, I saw Mark Curry did a video, and he basically stated that at this point, a lot of those publishings are worth nothing more than maybe $1,000 a year, which I don't know how true that is. And he's like,
let's ask Wayne. Wayne is a publishing expert over here. Wayne, what do you think those publishing worth for like Big and like Mace and
Millions of dollars, because hip hop's matured, right? We're in our 50th year. If you look at all the trailers and TV, if you look at all the trailers for movies coming out, what do you hit?
hip hop?
It's all hip hop. Mm-hmm. So hip hop has gotten to a place where hip hop has gotten to a place where it's commercial. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Like the average person knows what the Locks is now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Jada gets his freestyle, no verse or hook or whatever is the biggest thing on the verses. You know what I'm saying? So it's at a point now where it's making millions of dollars, and the older music is, the more it's been seeded inside of culture. So it's millions of dollars, man.
Well, this is what I will say. My publishing checks they've been going up for the last couple of years. So I doubt if Mark Curry was right about if it was worth $1,000 at all, because my checks are going up, and some of these guys got bigger records than me and way more records than me. So shout out to Puff for that, man. Listen, and it's a legacy, right? They kids get to have that publishing now when they pass on. And like Wayne said, it just keep growing from there. Shout out to the best acting skills I ever saw the other day, man. I was watching the Thugger case, the lawyer for YSL, and some dude named Polo was removed. He was popping and locking the whole time, going like bugged out. But I don't know. He looked like he was playing around to me, but if he wasn't, man, this was some of the best acting I ever seen in my life, bro. It was really unique and really good, and he worked his way out of the case, man. So shout out to that man for that, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going for the insanity plea. I don't know what it is, but if he isn't, I hope his mental health is in better shape, man.
Yeah, more celebrity news. Some people saying Suki with the good cooch. I don't know if I could call her that no more, but Sukiana has trying to turn a better leaf and quit hip hop. She actually said, I don't know what Moe said was kind of old.
Yeah, it's an old video.
It says she sold her soul to the devil, and she's what you call it. But then I seen her with Dr. Umar last week, so I don't know if Umar got in her head and changed things around.
Well, her and Umar been conversing back and forth, for quite some time.
Okay.
Maybe, hopefully he could be a positive influence.
Hopefully, man. And Kevin Hart, I talked about Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I talked about Kevin Hart, I'm sorry. Talked about Kevin, and I think I had one more celebrity, and then we good, bro. Hold on, y'all, because I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I want to tell y'all people, leave Charleston White alone. All y'all niggas trying to go to jail over Charleston White, y'all crazy. That man is keeping being undefeated on the internet. He's telling on everything that you guys do, and his pepper spray and his blade game is on par. So,
and I'll say everybody's luck runs out at some point.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Listen,
when you
niggas like him live forever, bro.
They do. But when you listen, man, when you keep playing with the devil, bro. When you keep playing with the devil, I'm telling you.
I just think he's the devil, and people keep playing with him.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I think people keep playing with him, and he the devil. Yeah, so real quick. So last thing I want to bring up, I saw this guy talking this craziness. To me, it was crazy. He was basically saying if a man is in a relationship with a woman that have kids, he can't love her kids. And if he love her kids, he's a simp or he's a pedophile. A man should never be able to love another man's kids. I beg to differ. I think children are innocent, and you can love a child just like it's yours, whether it's somebody else's child or your child. Now, I don't even know why would you be in a relationship where you don't love the woman kids or can't accept that woman kids as your own.
I think this is the problem with social media. Everybody doesn't need to have a voice. A lot of people talk a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? But because of social media, a lot of people talk not because they have something to say, but simply because they want to hear the sound of their own voice. You know? I mean, that's his opinion. I don't necessarily agree. I think, once again, case by case basis. I think some men may be able to love another woman's child, but may not be able to love that child like they would their own. I think some men would be able to love that child just like they would love their own. And some men don't have it in them to love that child. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I'm kind of tired of is us passing our opinion off to the masses on social media, like as if our opinion is law, bro. Like, everybody has the right to live their life as they please. And I don't think that makes you a simp. I don't think that if you're good to your woman, that makes you a simp. You know, I don't think no man should let himself be taken advantage of. But I do believe that if someone is good to you, you're good to them. Point blank, period.
Yeah, I really didn't know where money was going with that. I think there's a lot of immaturity on his part. For me, you know what I mean? And to call somebody a simp or a pedophile for loving somebody else's kid, I think something is mentally wrong with that man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he don't have the ability to be around another man's kid and not look at them in that pedophile's kind of way. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of crazy. You know, but it is what it is, man. I think if you're in love with somebody and you in a relationship with them, you should have the ability to love their kids and take on their kids like they were your own if y'all coming together as one. So hopefully that's what, in the perfect world, that's what that would be. And if not, it is what it is, man. But look, man, this is Brooklyn Boys Radio.
Righty out.
We enjoyed you tonight like we do each and every time we with y'all.
Thank you for tuning in.
Please keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. I think we almost at episode 50. What episode is this? We're going to celebrate when we have 50, man. You know what I'm saying? But we almost at episode 50. I think we've been doing...
Styles going to take a drink when we shoot episode 50.
Nah, I'm going to strip on camera. I'm going to give the ladies what they want.
Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it here.
Camera. I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? All this, all of me.
And with that said, yo, shout out to the Wood Steezy.
And make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to my man Swizzle. Shout out to Bruce Wayne, not Batman. And with that said,
we out.
Brooklyn, we out.